Hey guys, what's up? It's JRCuber, and in this video I wanted to give some of my thoughts on the Cyclone Boys FeiJue M. This isn't going to be a full out review, but there's just a few things that I wanted to follow up on from my unboxing, and I wanted to give you my final thoughts on this puzzle. So this puzzle costs $13 on the cubicle.us, which puts it on the very low end of price for magnetic puzzles. This may seem like a great option for people who want to try out magnets without dropping a ton of money on a high-end cube, but I would tend to disagree actually. This puzzle feels so much different to me than any other magnetic 3x3 I've tried before. The magnets are very weak, and since the puzzle is so loose, it's pretty hard to notice them. Speaking of the looseness, when I first got this puzzle, it was so loose that you could almost pull out an entire row of pieces at once. So I tightened the puzzle quite a bit, about as much as I could before the corner cutting started to drop off, which is usually a sign that the puzzle is too tight, and yet the cube still feels incredibly loose and wobbly. This probably means that there is something wrong with the mechanism. Perhaps the tolerances weren't quite tight enough or something. I don't know, I'm not really a designer. Speaking of the design though, another flaw is how the magnets are placed. They are not secured in place, and so they rattle around inside the cube, creating this loud clicking noise. I eventually got used to it, and I'm sure it's fixable, but I just really did not want to start tearing pieces apart and securing the magnets one by one, and I don't think a lot of other people will want to either. Overall though, the turning is pretty nice and the performance is pretty good. I quite like the feel, and I kind of like the fast speed even though it's pretty uncontrollable. It's just that I wouldn't really recommend this cube to beginners. The cube is way too loose and fast and uncontrollable for someone that is still learning about how to not overshoot and achieve a reasonable TPS without using an overly aggressive turning style. I've always thought that the best beginner cubes were the ones that were a bit slower and more blocky, since they force you to control the cube properly. Plus, the magnetic feel of this cube is not a very accurate representation of what magnetic cubes usually feel like, to me at least, so if you're wanting to try magnets for the first time, I just don't think this is the best option. Overall, I think the Z Magnetic 3x3, which is a magnetic MF3RS and costs just $1 more than this cube, is a far better budget magnetic cube to start out with if you're averaging in that 20 to 30-ish range. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the Cyclone Boys FeiJue M. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this cube and budget magnetic cubes in general. If you would like to purchase this cube, the link will be in the description as always. I'll also link that Z Magnetic 3x3 that I mentioned if you would like to check that out as well. Thanks of course to the Cubicle for sending me this cube for free to review, and also for sponsoring the video. If you guys like this video, hit that like button, turn notifications, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching guys, bye.